Hello, hi there, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you are super well there in Facebook land. I'm losing my voice this morning. Hi. Happy Monday. My name is Bella, and most people know me as Bella, the Secret Psychic. This is your daily energy read where I pull a daily tarot card or oracle card to give you some guidance on the energy flow today. So the card that I've pulled is from the Wisdom of Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reid, one of my favourite decks to pull from. The cards are beautiful. A deck that I recommend if you're first starting out reading tarot oracle cards because the pictures on them are very evoking. So if you're there, say hi. So today's card, I think, gives food for thought. There's a lot of thinking energy today, what to do, where to go. Like looking at something carefully before progressing. So there's something that needs to be a little bit under the microscope. So you have, this is not a microscope, this is a telescope. You've got the card that's called Observer. And when this card comes out, most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and their experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these things are the only reality. There are times when you perhaps need to distance yourself from maybe micromanaging. So basically this energy today, you will micromanage, but it's almost like after you've done that, then take a step back, just to try to gain perspective or perhaps to see a different perspective so that you can understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is the time or one of those moments in your life. It's the perfect moment to begin some exploring. It is a time to consider what it is that you might need to understand about people, attitudes, conditions. And if you can do that, then you'll be happier. So this card is about, it's a card about thinking and maybe overthinking. But once you've done that analysis, think about when anybody does any kind of analysis, you have to then present a summary, and that means you have to kind of shorten it. And so that if you can do that with the energy today, like if you have to dig deep but then take a step back and summarize it, you'll get a better answer, basically a better outlook, basically. I like this card because I think that sometimes just giving some thought to some things can be a little bit grounding, a little bit. And I think if you can do it when you analyze and then do that summary aspect, it's also helpful, because sometimes we can overthink some things which could be very whipped up and anxious energy. But today it just feels like thinking, looking and observing. See this fox here, he's looking at the moon quite a lot. And if you really in real life was to have to look at the surface of the moon, you'd see craters, you'd see mountains and maybe little green men. But after you've done all that, you stand back and look at it and say, yeah, well, it might be a ball of rock and it's got all those scars and marks, but actually it's a wonder to me. It lights up the nighttime sky. It guides my way. And sometimes things can just be as simple as that. They don't need to be anything more than that. Let me just say a few things to some people, because there's another thing that my guides, regardless of the card, wanted to bring up today to people. So if my computer lets me, hi, I've got all these pop-ups popping up, it's so annoying. And some more. I can't even read because it keeps popping up every time. So hi Melina, hi Claire, hi Ashley, hi Frou, hi Tammy, hi Susan Halliesel, hi Melina, hi Susan Barclay this time, hi Sophia, hi Michelle, hi gorgeous Amy, good morning to you. Melina says that's true. It's all going wrong. Oh no, don't say that, Jezza. Well, just maybe stand back afterwards. Now, actually, my second point that I wanted to bring up, Jezza, might be actually a little bit more applicable to you than maybe this card. Maybe they go hand in hand. But the other thing that came out that was separate from this card today was something that my guides wanted to say to everybody. Now, some of you will see on YouTube and here on my Facebook page, just if you're on my Facebook page, just look at my old videos. But I have a video about forgiveness, and I bring that up because my guides are bringing up about forgiveness, and something about some people watching this today that need to do that. In order to kind of almost like charge up the energy in a better way. You don't need to, when you forgive people, it doesn't mean you have to actually say anything to another person. It's almost like you need to forgive the situation or circumstances in order for you to feel better. So there is something here, and I think it's a really good daily practice to do. It's something that I would advocate for, that there are things in our life that hold us back, whether they are recent, whether they are taking on the negative energy of that waiter who was grumpy during your meal and really annoyed you. That sometimes we just have to let go of big and small forgiveness in order for us to move forward positively. When we hold and collect that kind of negative energy, even the small stuff, it's like glitter, it will stick to you. And if you get a lot of glitter, I'm using the different words to the word I really want to use, it will bog you down. Imagine all that glitter in your eyes and you can't see, and it's down your tongue and everything. That's not good glitter. All right, so there is something also in this energy today about people doing that as a practice. It's the same as gratitude, but doing it as a practice, not just today, but to kind of embed it in your life. If you think about when people are in a bad mood or negative, or people try to hurt us, there is a saying that hurt people, that people only hurt people because they are hurting. So in order to stop that cycle, because think about that, think about wars and stuff. Sorry, I know I'm getting deep, but it's a message that came out today, so it must be relevant for a few people. Is hurt people in wars, then continue to hurt people, that then continue to hurt people, when it can become a never-ending cycle, because there's no forgiveness in the human conditions, that we're not taught to do that. We're not taught to be emotionally intelligent very necessarily, or to forgive. So if you can build that into your day to day, but every day, and all it is a simple focus exercise where you just think about how that made you feel, relive it a little bit. So example, if it was that waiter or the parking attendant who put a ticket in your car, or maybe it's a deeper rooted thing, maybe it was the relationship you had with your father, your mother as a child. Think about how that made you feel, and then forgive it and release it. And if you're struggling with it, then see my video that I did on forgiveness. That is on my YouTube channel, or it is on here on my Facebook page, to help you with that process. It gives you a sort of cognitive exercise to kind of put you in the right state, a meditative state, to be able to do that. Some of you who are watching this today on Facebook or on YouTube are in need of forgiving, even if it's internally. Like I said, I'm not saying you should go to say to somebody you forgive them, because that might be too much, but to forgive them in here is going to help a lot. All right. Ashley said forgiveness has been a huge thing for me this week. I've been struggling with it. Hi, Stephanie Gorgeous. Hope that you're lovely. Amy says, I'm feeling uninspired in my life. I think we've just come out of a stagnant stage, Amy, and with the retrograde and the Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde gone, a bit more balance, should find that some more inspiring things happen, and it becomes less stagnant. Nada says, still working on forgiving two particular people. Don't let it be something you work on. Let it be something that you start to do today. The energy is ripe for it. And it's a real gift that you give yourself, because you just shift yourself into a different vibration. You then no longer hold on or collect that bad glitter. You just free yourself from it. So try it. You'll see exactly what I mean. Jessica says, I have nothing to forgive. I am the supporter. My girls are having a tough time with partners. So I know you say you don't have anything to forgive, but think about the partners and the energy, about how they make you feel about being worried about your daughters. To forgive them for making you feel about that worry is still a forgiveness. Sometimes forgiveness doesn't necessarily have to be an obvious thing, like you wronged me. It can be as simple as somebody passed their negative energy onto you, said something, did something, you had to, like, you know, deal with them and their attitude, or how they are being with somebody else that is affecting your day, your thoughts, to forgive them for it. Because you also can find that not only do you feel better, but sometimes these situations resolve themselves. And remember, hurt people hurt people. And if you end up collecting too much negativity, you become to then hurt, and then hurt people hurt people. Do I actually? I think the title of the video is called Forgiveness, if I remember rightly, without jumping on my phone. But yeah, I think it's called. It's a meditative talk, and it's called Forgiveness. What I'll do is I will put it on. I have to get it from Facebook, because I've broken my hard drive, and literally 2 years worth of work is it's gone. So unless it's on the cloud or YouTube, I don't have a hard drive anymore, and all my work's gone. So that's rather annoying, but it just means I have to create new stuff, doesn't it? Anyway, people, I hope that was helpful, because something my guides really wanted to express today. All right, so I hope that's been helpful. You all have an amazing day, gorgeous, lovely people, and I will be back here tomorrow. Take care. Bye.